You guys and gals, I'm back. It's me, Mango, and yeah, I've been gone for a year or so, maybe. I don't know. Who's counting, right? Who's counting? Because literally, there was maybe two of you that watched my videos. So, let's just say I never left, okay? So, yeah, I'm back, and I met a couple people through a different fandom who have gotten some interest into The Sims, and they're a little apprehensive of starting it because they're not sure what to do. So I remember when I first started playing The Sims, and I was a little confused. I watched YouTube videos or whatever. So I decided, what I'm going to do is, how about I just make a couple videos how to get started with The Sims? I am no pro. There's still things I'm learning, and I just feel like since I'm still not a pro that I can, give some people a little insight of how to get started and what to do. And yeah, let's just get started because we didn't come here for my long intro. So, here it is when you first get The Sims. And I know that a lot of you are really, really new to The Sims because of the launching of them giving this game, the base game, I should say, free. So what I did was I removed, or let me not say I removed, I took off my mods so that I can do this in a way of somebody just starting. So first thing first, when you log in or when you launch the game, this is what you see. Now this home screen has been changed so many times, and I feel like this is where they're going to settle, is this. It used to look so much different when I first started. It wasn't so animated, for one. Honestly, I don't even remember how it used to look like. But so the first things first, on the upper left side you'll see my home, which is this home screen here, which gives you everything. Now you're new, so you wouldn't have a resume area here. This is for my current save files that I have. They have scenarios and load game. I'm not sure if you would have that as a new person. This is where your save files would be. So every time you play the game, it will give you the opportunity to save it, and when you're ready to play them again, they'll be right here in the load game. So you will obviously have new game, and that's what you'll click to launch a new save file. You can either just go on there just to create a sim. You can go on there just to create a building, because some people are either players, builders, or create a Sims players, and sometimes you could be all three. I am only two of those. I cannot build to save my life. I can create a sim. I love creating sims, actually. Spend hours on that. And I can actually play. Well, let me not say I can actually. I love playing some of the sims. And I deal with long-term families. I keep it going until I can't anymore. So, yeah, when I play a family, I deal with generations of families. And this is the gallery. So if you're one of the people who are new, who aren't really ready to create your own sim, aren't really ready to create your own building, and just want to get something that somebody else created, because that's something that I do. I create sims for other people to grab. You can go here in a gallery. Right here in the gallery. Oh, sorry. You do have to be connected to the internet. And a lot of times I forget to connect. And this is where you will find other simmers like yourself, because you'll be a simmer now, and their creations. And you can download them and play them as your own. If you have custom content, which I'll get into later, you can click that here. I suggest as a new player not to download not to look for these advanced characters, because once you do and you don't have their custom content that they have downloaded, what you would get is pretty much these characters with nothing on. all these extra features will just be gone. And I'll show you that in a minute. This is the news feed. Pretty much any type of news information. I rarely look at this, but when you yourself save a file, it does show up over here. If you have friends on here that you follow, they'll also be on here. If you create a sim and other people download it, like this one, 7 people have downloaded and 3 people have favorited. This is where you would see that. This is another family that I created. 8 people downloaded it. And then houses that other, that Maxis Match, I guess, have favorited. But you'll see all of that here. I don't like seeing it, so I'm just Xing them out. And I actually want to keep this. These are people that I created. Because again, I love creating Sims. That keeps fluctuating. You can view your catalog here, and it will just have all of your Sims that you created. Most of my Sims are created with custom content, so you would have to click there to see them, and this is just all the Sims I've created. Right? I've done so many different families. I tend to also do characters from TV shows that I watch, and sometimes people ask me to create different characters, and then I'll do that as well for them so that they can download it themselves. So if you feel you're not ready to create a sim, you can request it. I'll try my best to make one for you and leave it here for you to download. This is where your friends will be. I don't have many. And this is where your library is as well, so that you have access to the things that you decide to favorite. Again, I don't build, so more than likely I'll have a lot of them here. Alright, so next thing that you'll see on the left side is packs. And if you're ready to dive into other packs, this is where you'll get them, because automatically you're getting the base game. And when I mean base game, it's the bare minimum. You're getting the Sims, you're getting 3 different worlds, which I'll show you in a few, and you'll get some clothing. But if you want the full experience, you're going to have to get other packs. Sadly, that does add up, and it does get quite expensive, so some people, choose not to even deal with that. But once you start playing, it's a little addictive. So I've pretty much bought most of the packs. I didn't buy these 3 because I really didn't see an interest in them. But if you want to play like a farmer, getting cottage living would be the best option. And it'll give you more detail on that. Snowy Escape is really nice. It has like a Japanese type feel of a pack and Escape. Eco Lifestyle is pretty much what it is. It's pretty much living in a lifestyle where everything is refurbished, everything is recycled. You can click on it to find out what it is and see if it's for you. I love high school packs. I love having a family with teenagers, so I'd been waiting forever for the high school pack, as well as the Discover University. These two go hand in hand, and I love them. Discover University, I love it. It's one of my favorite packs, actually, these two. Sure, there are some things that I wish they would have done better on it, but we're not here for that. If you want to deal with like a family where the kids grow and eventually, they go to high school and then they go to college, these 2 packs are very important. If you do not have these 2 packs, your Sims will just disappear when they go to high school. They go into this thing called a rabbit hole. So you wouldn't actually go to high school with them. This pack allows you to go to high school with your Sim. And this Discover University is the same way, but without the pack as a base game. I know how to speak. As a base game player, they do not go to university. They just automatically get a degree. You can just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a doctor. And boom, you will be a doctor without going to university. My next favorite pack is the Island Living. A lot of people did not like this pack, but me, I love it because the world is so beautiful. It is just ridiculously pretty, and they didn't flesh it out, which is what made a lot of people, upset. But it's beautiful. Get Famous is if you want to have like a celebrity lifestyle for your Sims. Again, not fleshed out, but it is what it is, and you could watch your Sim become famous, and it's pretty okay for what it is. Seasons is the best pack for overall change and experience, because without this you do not see the different seasons. But with this pack, you'll see rain, you'll see snow, you'll see different holidays being celebrated by your Sims. It makes a big change in your game. So if I were to give a suggestion of a pack to get as your first pack, I would say get Seasons first, and then work your way to the other ones. The next one that I would suggest, if you're not really into like the weather, City Living. Whenever I make a Sim, I automatically make them live in the city. It's just a better experience, and they can live in apartments. They can meet people just walking around. They can go to different festivals. City Living is like next thing. So you can either start with Seasons or City Living. Get to Work and Get Together is just not my big. I'm not really into those two. I do have them because I wanted to have a doctor in one of my games. So yeah, just read into them and see if it's for you. I'm not going to go into all the different packs, but you can take a look at them. I just wanted to show you the different ones that actually expand your world with the base game. For game packs, the one that I feel expand your game is Parenthood and Spa Day. Those are my favorites. I do not have stuff pack. It's just not for me. And then you can look into each of these and see what you want. Honestly, I just deal with expansion packs and game packs because I want to see the change that it makes into the world. So that's just that. I'm sorry, I think I'm a little bit under the weather, but yeah. So after packs, they have this thing called kits. They're like mini stuff packs for little extra things that you can look for. I have never bought any of these. I just don't find an interest in them, but you can look into it and see if it's something that you like. One of the things that I do love about The Sims is that other Simmers can create content for the game. So other people can create like a way of changing the world, different experiences that you can have for your game, different looks, different clothing, different kits. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not really interested in kits, because you can get them for free from other Simmers who create it. Alright, so moving on. The last thing over here is options. When you're ready to save your game, when you're ready to close out, you would go to options to exit, or if you're already in the game, you can click exit to main menu. If you want to manage the different worlds, this is where you'll go. And again, you only get 3 worlds with the base game, which I'll show you once we start the game. I never click any of these because who cares? If you actually want real lessons from somebody who knows what the heck they're talking about, you can go here. Look, welcome to The Sims, okay? Play with life. Create your own Sims, which we're gonna do in a minute. Play in live mode, which we will see also if I create a Sim fast enough. Build. I do not build, so I would not be doing that. And now I do make adjustments to different buildings. If I don't like the layout completely, I will do that. But I'm not building anything from the ground up. And then of course the gallery, which I just showed you. Again, there's different lessons on here, but I'm going to show you this next. We're going to create a sim. We're going to make their personality. We're going to change their body types and maybe add a family. Who knows? Sometimes I just start with one person, but for the most part, I always start with a family. And then eventually we'll go into all of this extra stuff. So yeah, so lessons are here if you want to get a professional to show you how to do this. But if you want a dummy like me to show you, stick around. Tech support, I don't go there. Now game options is important. You can either choose a full screen, windowed full screen, or windowed. I leave it windowed because I do other things while I am playing. You could change the resolution if you want to. I don't. You could change the graphic style. I tend to not mess with this. Audio, you could go on here to, if you want to listen to the crazy elevator music that they give, you can listen to the music that they have in the game by changing this audio. The voices, sound effects, and UI sounds, all of that is here. This is the different radio stations that they have. There are some songs in here that are actually pretty catchy. Also, some of them are songs that you've probably heard of, like Hot in Here, Cruel Summer, but they sing it in Simlish, so you won't actually understand it. Game camera, I tend to keep Edge Control in Sims 3 camera. You can capture pictures on here, so you could, take little screenshots. I love taking screenshots of different families. And of course, you can have the guided system. For new people, it will be on there, so I'm going to turn that on just so I can show you. This is pretty much, oh, goodness, I had sim deliveries that I didn't check on. I hope it doesn't make me restart. Anyways, so this is when they have the little updates. You don't really need to do anything about that. And this is where you will turn on your custom content, which I turned off so that I can have this as a base game. And of course, this is accessibility. We're gonna go ahead and apply the changes and close it. Alright, so now that we've seen the menu options, we're going to go ahead and get started with creating a sim.
Too much. I'm